To this day.
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 What's up, fight fans? This is Kurt DeVille with Counterpunch Boxing News, and I have some new news concerning Anthony Joshua, Deontay Wilder. Get this. Carl Froch states that Joshua Wilder prediction, he gets chinned. Carl Froch also had this to say. He said, would I put AJ in with Deontay Wilder? Probably not. It's a dangerous fight for him and one he loses. He probably gets chinned. I can't see him beating Tyson Fury. Too much of an ask, especially right now. Okay. And he finally concludes with this. He says, I don't know where he goes. It's going to be a difficult job navigating him back to world champion. Those are the words of Carl the Cobra Froch. And let me counterpunch. This is the same guy, Carl Froch, that said that he has nothing at all to say about Anthony Joshua. He had no opinion. He had no prediction. He had nothing else to say about AJ. Well, I guess that's a pile of shit, ain't it? Because now he's giving his prediction on Wilder and Joshua. Well, now the backstory. We know how Carl Froch feels about AJ along with a lot of fighters, but AJ was the one that one-upped him, you know. AJ's the one that left Rob McCracken and, you know, and he wanted AJ to be his predecessor. He wanted him to pick off where he left off, but don't do more than where he left off. And AJ did more. And I think he's been bitter ever since. You know, I think Carl Froch is more bitter about AJ than Lennox Lewis is, honestly, because I think they both have some low-key hatred shit going on towards Anthony Joshua. But nonetheless, is he telling the truth about Deontay Wilder? And the answer is yes and no. See, Wilder has this reputation, besides one fighter, of hitting you or changing the fight, ending the night, with one punch. Okay. Unfortunately for Wilder, though, he only has one punch. But fortunately for Wilder, though, a lot of times he only needs one punch. So will Joshua get chinned? I don't know. I just keep seeing that. I just keep seeing him get caught like Klitschko caught him with that right hand. And that was one sneaky right hand. You know what I mean? It, like, I didn't even see it coming. It was just, he was just bouncing and that left arm was up and then crack. And then when Joshua got hit with it, he was like, oh, because it was a delayed reaction. He got hit so hard. Now, we've heard who hits harder and this, that, and the other. We also have seen people get up from that right hand of Deontay Wilder like Tyson Fury has. But then, can Wilder close the show at one punch? I think so. I think he can. However, what we've learned about the one guy that beat Deontay Wilder was that if you take the fight to Wilder, it may be dangerous, but you have a better chance of beating him and getting him out versus trying to box him all night, because you're only allowing him to set up space, because you're only creating space when you decide to box. Okay, a lot of people try to, hey, let me give this awkward, tall, lanky kid a boxing lesson, and then they wake up looking at the scorecard, you know what I mean, up at the ceiling. So if AJ was smart, he would try to fight him close range. He wouldn't give him any chance or any type of room, especially when they break, because Wilder is really good at that. You know, I seen him do that to Dominic Breazeale. Right when they broke, then Wilder stepped in with a right hand and good night. Crickets. Muscle relaxer. Dominic Brazil. Round 1. Son of a gun. Right? So it can happen. So make no mistake, and Dominic Brazil had a good chin. He got dropped a couple times, but he wasn't known to just be chinny. He's been in through his wars and all that. But, when Wilder hit him, it was like, he wasn't used to that type of power. Maybe nobody is. However, is Deontay Wilder unbeatable? No. Is Deontay Wilder unbeatable by the hands of Joshua? Sure he is. It just depends on how they perform on the night. See, but Joshua, I think he is a lot more flexible and he's a lot more lackadaisical than a lot of people think he is. He is flexible. He's a lot quicker than people think he is. He has this twitch about him where he can just retreat. Okay, he just didn't do that with Usyk because he didn't fear Usyk. So Usyk was ready to, or was able to do what he did to AJ. But can Deontay Wilder do it? Well, Deontay does it in a totally different way. So back to Carl Froch, though. Carl Froch is now starting to respond about AJ, only to say AJ won't make it. Go figure. He went from, I don't have anything to say about AJ by the slightest. Now you're saying, oh, well, he'll get chinned. He ain't the fighter he used to be. It's going to be a long time for that apple gets back in the bag to be world championship status. That's all we really heard. So, but it's Carl Froch. You guys tell me what you think about his prediction between his countryman Anthony Joshua versus Deontay the Bronze Bomber Wilder. Please subscribe, and you guys been Counterpunch. Peace.